Hello.
732-549.
Okay. So yeah, I just still wanna check it out because again, we have lots of buyers in the area, and unfortunately, we're having a low inventory, so we want to take a look at the property. By the way, how long again do you plan on trying it on your own before hiring an agent? Why you ask? The reason why I ask is I know that you are determined that you are going to sell it on your own, and I hope you do, right? So when you just sell it, mhm. My name again is Carlos with Keller Williams Realty. Yeah, because we've seen your property came online I think that was a couple of days ago, but it's off market right now in Zillow. And the reason I'm contacting you is if we can simply, bring an offer to the price point that you want to net before, are you still considering to sell for top dollar? I'm sorry? What do you mean? Yeah, I know. I can give you a call back. So around what time
Hello.
now?
Oh, hi. This is Eric Melnikoff, Keller Williams Realty. I'm calling about 646 Springbrook Trail. Did that sell, or do you guys still have?
Yeah, the wrong.
Oh, okay.
What
Wrong
do you
name.
mean? But despite of that,
Okay.
giving
Let me
you
mark
No,
it.
that's the wrong street address.
Oh, did I call the John? Is this Janet by any chance?
This is Janet,
Okay.
but you said 646.
Oh, you know what? Excuse my dyslexia. It does say 346. Challenge with this. You know, where that usually came into play and people would laugh at me when I'd see gas prices, and it's like 349.9. And I call my wife and I say, honey, look, gas is only 249. She's like, what are you talking about? 249. I'm like, oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Like it's not. But that's been happening all my life, so I apologize. And sometimes in
If you're high off consumption, I call myself. I work with numbers, with calculations.
sure.
Look at a number and say the wrong number.
Yeah.
90%.
Yeah.
Not 90, but
Well,
every once in a while, let's pop out. I'm better than I was, but I know what
and last on the last
you're.
note. Okay, Janet. So Janet, the 346 Springbrook, did you guys sell that? Sometimes it's inaccurate, so I want to check ahead of time, or is it still
No,
available?
we have not sold it.
Oh, okay.
We are in an interim state right now.
Okay.
We decided to take it off MLS at least until February. We're kind of just settling our heads a little bit before we go and decide the next step completely. We're not sure if we're staying with the realtor we've been with.
Gotcha.
To
Okay.
be honest with
Okay, that's fair. I
you. Our
appreciate it.
main problem is everyone who has seen the house, anyone else who, whatever, oh, the house is gorgeous, but it's not for me. 90% of them, or 99% of them, are the backyard. We have land, it's a 3/4 acre plot,
Mhm.
but it is on a hill. It goes down. It continues to go down. Our septic field is slightly on an angle too. It is the flattest part of the bottom back of the yard.
It's in the back of the set. Yeah. Okay. How old?
So it is, so it is a big house. So
Mhm.
anybody with children, they look at it. I love it.
Um,
But we have a cantilever, small deck off the master bedroom, which is the equivalent of 4 stories high because of the drop.
yeah. Yeah. Well, Janet, you sold me. I like everything it's funny as you're talking, I'm going through, she shouldn't have put 50 pictures up. But I'm going through the pictures and I'm looking at the property, and it starts out as what looks like a ranch, but then of course it drops down, and I'm like, okay, I got kids. I got a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old and a 12-year-old, but I don't count 13 now. So looking at this, I'm saying, okay, I'm hearing what you're saying. I've been doing this 2 decades. I said, okay, no, I could see where that could be a little deterrent for some. But look, there's definitely a buyer out there. Let me ask you this: when you guys sell this, are you staying local in Jersey, or are you getting out of Dodge, or what's the
We'd
plan?
like to get out of Dodge, but we're kind of tied to New Jersey for a little longer. His mom and his sister became a little widow, or in, widow rather, I'm
Yep,
sorry,
yep.
this year, and his mother, my father-in-law passed away 2 years ago. So they are in a house themselves in the Island area, and my husband does not want to move too far away yet.
Okay. Ma-
Otherwise, yes, we're getting out of Dodge.
Okay, so my mother-in-law, and where would you go when you do go?
We want to be about a half hour away from them, and we are thinking we have to go south.
So like a half hour would be like past Neptune or right around that exit 100 area ish.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because
Sort of,
Island,
it's kind of a weird area, but yeah.
yeah.
We're looking for possibly something that will need some more cosmetics than a complete handyman special, but we can do flooring, we can do tiling, we can do painting,
The basic.
We are older, it takes us a little longer, but we do it.
Oh, you mean doing it yourself?
Yeah, yeah.
Good for you. Good for you.
We'll run the hardest one, but we will do some of them ourselves.
Right. Okay.
My husband was the GC on the building of this home, of the home we're currently in.
Okay.
2005. It's a modular
Good.
T-Ranch.
Okay.
And he was working with New York engineers, and we basically have nearly a bomb that built downstairs.
I love it. I love it. Let me just see how many. Let me just see real quick. I have to try to be cautious on this.
The ranch itself, the ranch upstairs is around 2,400, and downstairs is slightly less. And downstairs we added a complete bathroom, 2 bedrooms, although it's only a 3-bedroom septic. We added 2 bedrooms, and then we have the entertainment area down there, which in the photos are the football table, the pool ball table.
Oh yeah, I see it.
And the white, what looks like almost kitchen.
Yep.
Doesn't have a stove, but it could be made into sort of a mother's daughter because a stove could be put there. The gas line.
I see it. Yeah, no, I see that. And there's a little
through that area.
kitchen area, like where the gym stuff is. That looks like it could be like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it. The raised seating. You got the scope that shows outside the pool table. This is a look. I won't bring my less on Fridays. I travel with one of my kids because that's how we arrange it. I take it a little bit easier, and I have my 3.5-year-old with me. I will not come see you on Friday. That's for sure, because you'll have a new grandchild or whatever you want to call. You'll have a new best friend. I'll say, well, I'll be back on Tuesday. But no, it looks like a nice home. I guess the question
we knew it was going to be unique when we built it. We built it mainly with living for my mom and dad who were elderly.
Yep.
In it for the end. And we had actually 5 people. This is before we had downstairs. We had 5 people living in the upper floor, the actual ranch of the main ranch. The main floor.
Well, that was going to be one of my questions. Like, is it just the 2 of you right now?
Bingo.
Yeah, it's a big house for 2 people. Yeah. The question I have, if and again, you're probably a lot younger than my mother, but I always like to talk to people just as I would my own parents. If we were sitting there on Sunday drinking a coffee, having a bagel, and I say, Ma, how many showings do you think you had? Not by open houses, by appointment throughout the weeks, in the middle of the days, in the middle of the evening. How many showings? If you had a guess, sometimes, if we had that listing, we're selling the house, you would get a weekly report, which would show you exactly how many people came. And of those who gave feedback, it would show the feedback. How many people do you think, if you had a guess, came out and saw by appointment?
somewhere between 25, 30.
Okay, all right, good. And now were most of those in the first month and then it tapered off, and then when you did the price reduction, it kind of kicked something. Let me just see when you did your price reduction. Listing history. It looks like you did it 2 months in. So 2 months.
Yeah, we were ready to, we actually, my husband and I wanted to pull it off for a while this year,
Okay.
and our realtor talked us not, because we were ready to pull it off. And we had a flurry out of before anything happened of viewings, and he thought he had somebody who was interested, and we stayed on, and of course didn't come, and we probably would have been better taking it off. I think it was something like February or January. We wanted it off for a month or two, and then go back on new.
That probably would have been a good
Didn't
thing.
happen, and
Yeah.
it probably might have helped just because it had been on for a while already.
Yeah. So my
Yeah.
just it's smart thinking. After 20 years of doing this, I'm not a big fan of the agents who remove listings for a day and put it back on as a, hey, we just want to reset the counter. Because at the end of the day, if Janet, you guys are looking for a house and the person down in South Jersey did that, and they took it off after 136 days and put it back on an hour later or a day later, the clock doesn't stop counting. Everyone now, like when I started in business, you would never know that, right? Because the information age wasn't here yet. We're still in the dinosaur age. But now the way the kids are looking for homes these days, they're online before they ever call a realtor. They know where it is. They know if there's power lines. No, it's on the lake. They know everything, and they see the history. So they're looking for that, So it's a game. Look, 2 months would have been fine. That's what I did with my house in 2021. I put it on, even after doing this for 19 or 18, whatever years. I became a seller, and I had these like dollar signs in my eyes because of cost. I said, "Oh wow, we can get 600." It's a tiny little ranch in Verona, and long story short, it didn't happen. So I took it off. 1 week. I waited 1 week, and I realized that I had made the silly mistake that most sellers make, because I'm a seller too. And then I pulled it off, and then about 3 months later, put it back on for less money, like just a couple. I'll tell you the story later. And then we got like multiple bids, and it was a really fun situation, at least for me, not my wife. But at the end of the day, I'm looking at your property, and I'm saying to myself, after doing this for 2 decades, like, this house should have sold. Like, you're talking, I think you were really smart to pull it off in January, February, wait until like March or April, not because of the time of year, but in hindsight, just because we started really kicking into gear in February. I'm sorry, late March, early April, the market just took off again, and between April, May, June, July, I'm calling my sellers who want to sell. We're waiting, and some of them picked up and we sold, and some of them, like, I just couldn't get to them. And the market went crazy for those several months, for those 5 months or so. And at this point, I'm looking at them saying, based on the current market, if again, Mom, would you be better off taking a breather for the next 3 months and putting it back on in the spring? The question I have for you is, do you think there's more listings in the winter or less listings in the winter?
I really don't know.
Okay, fair
My
enough.
husband could probably tell you.
Yeah. So
My husband could tell you. My husband watches the market. My husband's the one who is the one who I take it off. I put,
yeah, I get. Okay, so I'll talk to him too. But I'll tell you in short
Yeah.
form, I'll share with you that there are a lot less, because a lot of people say, "Oh, we've been on the market, let's wait." Well, it's no one's coming through out in the snowstorms or whatever. We'll just wait until the quote unquote selling season in the spring. And then the second question is, would that then mean there's less listings coming on in the spring or more? And the answer is
More will be coming.
exactly, a lot more. So what happens is, while many people feel that, we'll take a breather during the holidays, it won't interrupt our holidays, and we'll come back on in nice weather, and we'll get it done. The two challenges are, number one, there's less inventory in the winter, and I don't know how you can get any less than where we are today. And people are still looking. You got to remember, there's
No,
yeah. Yeah.
Heard in the last 6 weeks. Well, it's been all about a week now. So the last in the last 6 weeks, we had 3 open houses, and they were not tremendous open houses, but we had people who were interested and people who gave comments. But you know, it wasn't tremendous, but we could see that there were still a bunch of open house signs. And Lake Mohawk took down because they can't put up a sign.
I know.
Do this,
I know.
do that.
It's common, but all the people who are buying. Look, let me ask you this: if you had sold the house 8 weeks ago, and you were closing on it today, are you guys working from home? Is he retired or what?
We're both working. We're both. I am of retirement age. I am actually 68. My husband is turning 65, so we are older. We are both working. We are both working in Union. I don't know where Hillsdale is.
Of course, I know Hillsdale. Hillsdale.
Hillsdale, which is right off of 22 there, almost at Newark.
Yeah, I know exactly where it is. So I don't know. I was going to say unfortunately, fortunately or unfortunately.
And I work.
Okay. Yeah, I sell a lot in Union. Hillsdale not so much. I sell a lot in Union all the way. No, I'm just letting you know. I know the areas. Yeah, oh no, I know. If your mother-in-law's in Island and you want to be about 30 minutes from her, you probably don't want to go too far past exit 100 if you're going south, because it's a lot cheaper to go down south. Right.
We're looking we're not looking for an equivalent. We're looking for an interim home, because when we go south, we're probably going down to Tennessee.
God, oh, okay. You guys are people after my own heart. Exactly what I told my wife when, unfortunately, when my mom, she's 83 in a nursing home, and she's no longer with us. We're going either Tennessee, South Carolina, or Florida. And I like Tennessee. I like Tennessee. I know a lot. My team operates in Tennessee, so I know what they're telling me about Tennessee. So I guess the question is, you look, Jen. Let's let you go. Janet, can I send you an email with my information, and then we could follow up?
Email or
Yeah. Okay. Let me send an email. This way it'll be a little bit more expansive. You can see a little bit more about me and the team. And then when I call you back, you'll say, oh, it's Eric. Okay, cool. What's the best email?
Okay, send it. Why don't you send it to, I'm trying to think which one's the best. Why don't you send it to, Janet 346 fit@gmail.com.
Janet 346 fit FIT@gmail. All right, Janet, I really appreciate you sharing some of your time with me. I apologize for taking up so much of it while you're at work. I will shoot you an email today, and then if it's okay with you, with your permission, I'll check back in the next 48 hours. I just want to have a little bit more purposeful conversation so that you guys could decide maybe it's good to wait.
My husband is out of town, so there's no point.
Okay. When's he back?
Until next week.
Okay.
And he's back next week.
Okay.
So.
I'll call in about a week or so, maybe a week to 10 days. Is that? Thank you. Thanks, Janet. Enjoy your week.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. What would have been perfect on that if I said, oh, a week to 10 days, would it make sense if I waited 10 days? Please, yes. Like me telling them when I'm going to call back. A lot of times, I know this inherently, but I never do it, right? And when I listen to that coach, that's why I still listen to other coaches after 20 years of doing this. Which then I can't help it, so I am. Then I beg the question, like, why aren't all you guys listening to this shit all day long? Like, turn off the music for the next 6 months. Tell your friends that it's instead of 3 calls a day, it's only going to be 15 minutes of 1 call, and just immerse yourself in this stuff. So I'm still doing it for 20 years. And it reminded me that, yeah, it's much better say, so where do you go from here? Let them help. When would be the best time you want me to follow up with you? Call me in 3 weeks. Okay, 3 weeks. Again, you want to get the email, so you got to push for that. But, I'm not here to, we spent way too much time on the phone, but it is what it is. I got a lot of good information. She was a talker.
You sounded like it, yeah.
Oh, I'm going to take this listing. There's no question in my mind.
Oh, of course, yeah. That's why I put mine on hold so I can listen to what you said. And I thought to myself, like, when you talk to people like they're kind of your friend already, and I am so conditioned for being at the restaurant to talk to people like I'm a professional. So I thought to myself, like, I'll talk to everybody like I'm talking to my pal. I mean, I think like there's like that fine line of like being a friend and being professional, like somewhere in the middle. I think would be a really good focus for me to go.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
no, look, moreover, more important than anything
mhm,
is that you make. I'm going to tell you this. I said it in public to people who mentioned if you're putting a goal of 10 contacts.
mhm,
In one respect, I could hear Ben saying, just let them do their goal. But I'm not going to not say it because
mhm,
it's just who I am.
mhm,
That's why my mother and I always fought, even though I'm her favorite. Is that I'll tell you what I think. You
mhm,
putting 10 down there, Brian put 10, you put if you're working and you have a desire to make this your main source of income,
mhm.
it should be 20 and then you get 30.
Okay.
It should be 20, a
Mhm.
minimum. I mean, when they say minimum 20 to make any significant amount of movement in this industry, that means a minimum of 20,
Mhm.
preferably more. Is it easy? No, because it's just, but
Yeah.
what's the hard part about it? It's not like I'm digging ditches and I hit a stone and I splinter shin my elbow
Mhm.
or I sprain my muscle because I'm 55 freaking years old. Or this is like I'm sitting here, I'm not getting anyone on the phone. That's hard. Holy shit.
Mhm.
So what am I doing in between time? I'm probably maybe looking at a video while I'm in the. Oh, he picks up. Hey, John. And I'm
Mhm.
just immersing myself in this.
Yeah.
Just saying, it's easy. It's so simple and
Mhm.
easy. And now I'm like, I gotta get back to doing it myself. So
Yeah.
okay.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, man.
Absolutely.
Please leave your message for 20196620007.
Hey, Danielle, it's Eric Melnikoff. If you can call me at your convenience, 201-937-0329, 201-937-0329. Eric Melnikoff with the Melnikoff Real Estate Experience. I had some interest in your property. It looks like it's no longer available or it expired off the market, but I just want to make sure before I bother. Give me a call, 201-937-0329, 201-937-0329. Hope all's well. Thanks. Bye-bye. Hello. Are you hearing me, Carlo?
Yes,
Carlo,
Eric?
you
Yeah,
hear
I
me?
can hear. Yep, I
Did you
can
hear
hear
my
Eric.
call?
The from Janet.
Yeah, that's an expired listing. So I'm
Oh,
hoping that in between calls, the volume's up so you can hear me. I'm back at it. I'm gonna make $500,000 this year. to show all the agents who aren't doing it what they're missing. I don't really want to make a 500,000, but I have to do it just to teach them a lesson. So
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna kill two birds with one stone. And you should be listening how I talk to these people, and this way you can do the same.
Yeah, it's really conversational. Actually, I'm encountering that objections already, Eric. I will wait until spring. The spring objection.
Spring objection is great. I love it. Why are you doing that? They don't know. How come my dialer's not going? They don't know why. Well, let me ask you a question. Do you think and you can only do this when you're in a little bit of rapport with somebody, because you start asking questions like, dude, you're just wasting my time.
To an automated voice messaging system. 732890996.
Right? So, but hey, that's it. Wow, yeah, wait till the spring, right? I hear that a lot. And can I ask you, and let me ask you, you know, and then you ask the question, you ask them the two or three questions, which leads them to believe that, oh, you're right. It's not um the spring that makes best sense. It's doing it earlier.
So it's like Eric, it's not an objection, it's a condition. They just need to wait until spring, but still they're gonna sell.
Sorry, I can't really hear you because I'm moving around. Hold on.
I'm gonna pause this one. Pause. Let me try that spring objection if I can overcome.
The spring injection? Yeah, we're gonna wait until the spring. We're just gonna hang out and enjoy the holidays with our family.
Can you ask me again, Eric, the spring objection? Let's see if I let
Yeah, sure. We're gonna
me
wait
let,
until the spring. We think that's probably the best place to wait.
oh, that's great, Eric. It sounds to me that it sounds to me that you're still interested to sell the property and considering that listing by spring. Do you know what that means for you? Or do you know what's the great thing about what you just said?
What's that?
Everyone is thinking exactly the same thing, Eric, meaning everyone is pulling their home off the market and they're gonna wait until spring. Do you know what that means for you?
No.
It means, Eric, there's less competition and still one of the hottest market that we've seen right now in a decade. That's why
So I'm
you
gonna
can
stop you.
demand.
I'm gonna stop you because you're not doing my objection. So if I would urge you to try to learn my objection. I think it's good what you do. There's nothing wrong with what you're doing. It's typical good sales. You're hearing them and you're giving a positive and right. But try the simple. Okay, yeah, wait till spring. That makes sense. A lot. You know what? I hear that a lot. And let me ask you, do you think you always do it this way? Are we recording this? Good, we're recording this. Do you think there's more property in the spring to choose from or less property for the buyers to choose from? In the winter. In the winter. I guess like she said, I don't know, which was great. If they say I don't know, you educate them. You want to try to ask and let them give you the answer, because when they give you the answer, it's irrefutable. It's fact. Carlo, what color is your hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to tell me what the color is. Carlo, in my opinion, your hair is probably like a dark brown. not quite black. And you're like, wait a minute, I think my hair is more black. I don't necessarily believe this person. Who is this person telling me shit about my hair? That's not true. You know, like instead of Carlo, let me ask you a question. What color's your hair? Well, it's black. Yeah, and with people with black hair, they tend to, you know, like whatever, right? So it's like
Yeah.
anything I say after that, I'm using your fact. So, Carlo, let me ask you: do you think there's more? And I always ask either or, and I always lead with the or the either that I really hope they don't say yes, and the or is what I hope they. So whatever I want them to say yes to, I'll use the second, the or. Either more property or there's probably a lot less property because it's the winter. You're right. Exactly right. The second question I'm asking is, does that mean there's less property in the spring or a lot more in the spring? Now I asked that question in a way which totally leads them to say more. Even if they don't know the answer, they're gonna say, well, the way he's saying that, he said it in such a tone of voice where obviously he's giving the answer. So I'm gonna say more. You're absolutely right. More. So my question to you is, do you want to struggle during the spring to like here's the facts. There will be 2 to 3 more listings coming on the market, but there'll be 5 to 7 more times the amount of buyers. So while buyer traffic kicks up, there'll also be multiple 2 to 300% of the amount of listings stealing the attention away from your listing in the spring. Conversely, in the winter, because less properties are on the market, your property becomes a featured property. And the truth is, there's still a dozen buyers for every house out there. Would you prefer to have 16 buyers? I'm sorry. Would you prefer to have uh 10 buyers for every home in the spring? Or would you prefer to feature your home in a market that there's 25 buyers for every home? Right, you would want the one with 25 buyers. May I make a suggestion? Why don't you meet with my listing specialist? It's just an exploratory meeting, so you guys can get a whole bunch of good information about what we're doing differently. And then you guys can step back, analyze your decision, and make the right decision that's good for your family. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it depends if the price is right.
Forget the price right now. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so this is being recorded. You could always copy it.
Because normally my agent told me to sell it by spring.
Fuck. Please don't distract Mark. He's trying to earn the deposit for his next investment property. Oh. Rebecca. Da, 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 da. I gotta find a rhyme for Rebecca. That's gonna be a hard one. Let's see. Rebecca, my belle, meet Michelle, my belle. Rebecca, my Rebecca, Rebecca, my schlepper. Da, da, da. I'm trying. It's gonna take a little bit to. You're gonna see the behind the scenes of what it looks like. Well, I'll network with her any day of the week.
You are now logged into the dollar. Please press the first message on the screen within phone.
Hello.
Yes, this is Sal with Remax. How can I help you?
Oh, Sal, Eric Melnikoff, Keller Williams Realty. Is that your condo over on 17?
How are you today?
Good, bud. Is that your condo at 17 Village Drive, number 17? You broke up on me. I lost you, Sal. Are you there?
Yes, it is. Is that better?
Much better, much better. Now, yeah, cool. So that's you're in Brielle?
I live in Brio.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm
The condo I own
in Mars. Yeah.
Florida.
Yep. So I am. Are you still up here doing business, or are you down there now doing business?
I'm up here doing business.
Oh, you are. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. All right. I was just calling expired listings. I will rip up the handwritten card that I'm sending to you in Brielle, since I got you on the phone.
I think it's 39 cents or whatever.
Exactly. I was just gonna say you get 39 cents. You gotta send me 60 cents. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, but it's a good
You can't make a profit.
it's a good card.
I didn't want to make a profit.
Exactly. What's the deal with that? How could it's not selling?
Actually, we are under contract. Probably going to close tomorrow. I also have it for rent still, but I think it's going to follow closing tomorrow.
Yeah, I sold a couple in that community. I think they have a kind of weirded out HOA. You would know more than me.
Meaning
Meaning that they're not exactly I don't know. We were able to close, but another agent called me, said, "Hey, are you guys going to close? Because we're, HOA is upside down and blah 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 blah." I'm like, I don't know anything about that. We're closing.
By the way, the HOA is not upside down, so I don't know where they get that from. HOA is just a reserve out. They just redid the whole exterior of the whole development, roof and siding.
Mm,
So they all did a maintenance-free siding now, and now the reserve is going to be finished and paid in full.
Please leave your message for.
nice. Okay.
They're right on target.
All right. Good. Look, I didn't verify what she was saying.
I don't know if I hit weird HOA. I was curious.
Yeah, but
I'm going to close it down.
yeah, you don't care. You're getting out.
They did a good job with the HOA. There's no pool on it like that.
Yeah.
Fantastic. But just between me and you, Eric, something's coming. I
Good.
can guarantee it. Something's coming next year. Guarantee it.
You mean in our market or for that community?
Yeah, in our market, in our pricing, in our real estate, in our everything.
Oh yeah,
Something's coming.
yeah.
The numbers, I think the numbers are being held back, and I think we're gonna see it. I think they realize the Biden can't win or lose it. They're gonna realize that this is gonna be.
You think so? Do you suggest that whatever Biden's doing is holding together, or
No, I think they're just holding back the information. I think they're holding back the numbers. I mean, if you look it up, if you look at the foreclosure rate over all the years in the past, and it stopped since COVID, and then they never put it back on the foreclosure rate. So those are the company table. I want the foreclosure company table. Once you start getting the word for sale, the buyer's gonna definitely get off to the sidelines. So that's what's gonna happen.
yeah? I think we're in for some good fun times.
$500 million on it, so we'll see.
Yeah, right.
By selling this place,
I think we're in good times in that a lot of the 1.7 the 600,000 realtors that came aboard in the last 3 years will all go back to working at Macy's and McDonald's, and people who work will take market share, and it's not going to be easy, but as long as they're into it, yeah, exactly. I
and then now we know what it is. It doesn't go up from here, and interest rates there had the price on it already next year, and it's still not there. It'd be there.
we flourished in 08. In 2008 through 12, I was averaging 60 listings, 47, 50, about 53 listings a year, and 70% of them were selling. So, as soon as the shit hits the fan, so to speak, again, the dust will get all kicked up. And then when it all settles, the hard workers will kind of prevail, and it won't be easy, but it's, you've been doing this for a while. It's part of the process.
Yep.
All right, man. Well, look, good luck with that, Sal. I appreciate
Yeah.
you too. Bye-bye. Oh my God. Michelle, my belle. Oh, no, 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 no. I love you. I love you. Hello.
So we're unable to take your call. Leave a message and we'll call you back. Thanks.
Hey guys, it's Eric Melnikoff, the Melnikoff Real Estate Experience. If I have the right number, you're probably getting a million calls. I'm calling about a property that popped off the market. I want to know if it's sold or if it's still available. Had some interest in that. Give me a call at your convenience. I see here cash buyers only. My guess is it's sold, that you had 30 investors knocking down your door. If I'm calling the right person and it's still available, my direct number is 201-937. Oh, you hung up on me. Okay, take care. Michelle, my belle, kick it up a notch and go to hell. Do 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 do. I know. Do 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 do. Let's put in some. What kind of music would you like to hear? I would like to hear. Uh, Oh, it's 10:53. Get to see Evan's hairline. Oh, he didn't show up yet. Hello? Edmund. Edmund?
No, wrong number.
Oh, wrong number. Let me do this before you hang up. I just want to make sure I don't call you again. Otherwise, if I don't get this right, the computer will just. So I dialed 347 with the last digits 5999. That's your number, right? I'll remove you. So you have no, I'm sure you're getting a bunch of calls. You have no relationship to a Cool, cool. Do you have any interest in investing, buying, selling real estate or anything?
I do want to purchase a house for sure.
Okay. Or where do you live now? Are you in New York now or in Jersey?
I'm in Brooklyn, New York.
Okay. You want to buy in Brooklyn or you want to get out of the wonderful state of New York?
It's sticky. I don't know. I'm like, I would, why, Jersey, I would move to Jersey.
You would?
I would.
Yeah. So again, I don't. It's just a mistaken phone, like phone call. But I've helped some of my best clients through a mistaken phone call. Yeah, I'm calling on that property. Obviously, I'll take you off the list if you want. I don't know if you've been looking. I don't know where you are in the process. If it's just a desire in the back of your head. But if you say, yeah, Eric, I'm definitely interested. It's me and somebody else. It's me by my, like if we want, we can have a 5-minute conversation either now or later. And then you then decide if it's something that you want my help. My team is very, very effective at helping people get what they want in the time they want it, period. And, if you're interested, we certainly can guide you through that process very efficiently and effectively so you'll know exactly what's going on and if it's a doable deal. Would it make sense to get on the phone like next week or say, do you want to invest 5 minutes now?
Speak right now. Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. So my name, that's okay.
Is it only houses? Because I'm also interested in apartments or condos.
Yeah, no. It's houses, condos, anything with 4 walls, a ceiling, a floor, and a door. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, yeah, I've helped first-time home buyers buy like 3-family, multifamily properties where they live in a unit and they rent the other 2 units out. And instead of spending 18 or give or take more money on their apartment, they're paying $300 a month to live there because the tenants are paying off most of their expenses. So you can do something like that. First off, my name's Eric. What's your first name?
My name is Robert.
Robert. Okay. Robert, spell the last name.
Vasquez. Vasquez.
And Robert, what's the best email for you?
RAACA.00@gmail.
And where do you live now? What's your address right now?
325 Roebling Street.
Which one? Say it again.
325 ROEBLING Street.
Roebling?
Yes.
Where's that? Where is that? 1123. I'm trying to think. 11211. God, it's been a while. I had my office in Park Slope. Where is that? Is that Bensonhurst?
Williamsburg.
It is Williams. Okay. And you're renting there? Yeah, okay. And this is the mobile phone number? Okay, 347-939-3320. Who else is in this? Is it just yourself? Is it you and a family? Who's buying with you?
Okay. Would you happen to know someone, sir, in the area who might be interested in?
But who will be living in the house?
Yeah, and congrats as well that you sold the condo already. I'm just checking in as
Okay.
well.
And do
Happen
you
to
know how
know
many
an
beds and how
area
many
or
baths
like
you
a
want?
family, perhaps church members that might be interested in buying or selling or any real estate concern?
2 beds, 1 bath, or and how much? That's what you want. That's what you need. Okay. And you're not sure if it's condo or a single. Yeah, condo cost. So this what you want that because you don't want to do the work. You just the HOA fee covers all your maintenance.
Oh, I don't know, I prefer.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, and what's your girlfriend's name? Juliana. Julian. One N or 2 N's? 2 N. Juliana. Okay. And all right, so what I would do is, and do you know, have you spoken with a mortgage broker to say, hey, here is based on your information, this is what you can afford?
No, sir, we haven't started a process like that. Or I think we did, but it was in Florida. We needed to, have income over there. So that is the process.
Are you thinking that's an option to move to Florida, or are you thinking New York, New Jersey is primary?
I would do Florida over there.
But what would Juliana do?
Florida.
Yeah, okay.
So, that is the family.
Ah, there you go. Now we're getting somewhere. So may I make this? Why don't you talk to Juliana, let him know you spoke to Eric, he's a powerful agent out of Jersey. He runs a team, they have agents all over, we have agents in New York, New Jersey, Florida. My team is extremely effective at helping buyers, buy a property. But instead of me, investing too much time with you alone, I prefer to shift gears and get on a Zoom call, like after work one day with you and Juliana and maybe one of my buyer specialists. And what we do is we go through a very simple process of showing you step by step what it's going to take. And yeah, you guys will then come away from that 30-minute call with like, oh wow, we need to do X, Y, and Z, but that might be, hey, save another 5,000. That might be go call the mortgage rep because it costs you nothing to kind of get a national mortgage rep who can help you in any state, so you don't have to go back later. And then you'll know exactly what to do. And then more importantly, because I'm a married guy, I know that happy wife, happy life. Although she's not your wife, happy Juliana, happy you. Period. So we'll get the boss involved, and between the group of us, we'll kind of lay out some options, and then you guys will talk privately, and then we'll kind of start to. My thing is I've been able to help people like you because you're busy doing life, right? You guys want to sell or buy, but life is busy. So then you pull your head up after 3 months. You're like, oh my God, we haven't, we put it on hold or something. So I'm good at kind of giving you the knowledge you need and then kind of giving you a little tap on the back, pushing you guys along and getting you to where you probably want to be, but just life got so busy that makes sense? Does it make sense that you speak to her and then maybe I call you back either later today or tomorrow and then we set something up that way?
What time?
For the actual conversation? With scheduling it, we could do it, almost any time, right? It just depends. What I usually do is I say, look, right now there are like mid-afternoon, late afternoon, early evening available, but you could say, all right, Juliana, I can't, we can't get on a Zoom until 6:15 or something, like whatever. Whatever you tell me, and then I'll look at my calendar and say, okay, based on what you're telling me, I will then kind of look at what I have. Does that make sense? 4 o'clock. You want to do that today or is tomorrow better? So, here's what I'm gonna ask you to do. Text Juliana. This is, let me text you my cell phone. And then, you'll text Juliana, you'll let her know, hey, 4 o'clock, confirm with her, make sure she could be there. And then I will email you. Do you know Juliana's email? No, I have that. Okay, get her email. I'll text you from my cell right now. And then when you are done talking to Juliana, if you get the email and she's good to go at 4 o'clock, I prefer you be in front of laptops or desktops, not your phone, because I'm going to show you stuff on the screen, and it's really hard to look at it on his phone. And then if everything's good, you'll text me Juliana's email. I'll send you guys both your own individual links, and we'll pop on a call at 4 o'clock, and it shouldn't take more than 30 minutes. Okay, sounds good. Perfect. I'll text you right now. And Robert, let me just make sure 347-383. Okay, got you. I will because I deleted the number. Hold on. Let me make sure. Hold on, let me just get my glasses. So 339-333-20. All right, I'll send you a text right now. You follow with me as soon as you could so I can get you that link. All right. Thanks, Robert. Bye-bye. King. Hello? Nope, sorry.
That's good.
So we're gonna go over here.
Well, here, my name's Carlos with Keller Williams, and I'm calling about a home for sale. Is this the owner? 54, that's 56 Lions Avenue. Actually, I'm calling the for sale by owners in my market. The reason for that is because we know. Oh, you don't? Did you sell it? I see. I see. And congrats as well. Oh, perhaps would you happen to know someone? Mhm. Seven.
Yes, please enter the number 60. Thank you. Connecting your call now. You have reached a voicemail box.
Hello.
Nick?
Yeah.
So Eric Melnikoff, the Melnikoff Real Estate Experience here at Keller Williams Realty. I'm just calling about the property over on Tremont. Hmm.
By the way, Eric, in the afternoon, I still want to grind for snooker prospecting for Cedar Grove, Verona, Caldwell, and Clifton.
Hello.
Please leave your message for 973.
Yes.
Do you have time tomorrow at 1 to do a Zoom meeting with Fire?
Nope.
No,
No, I have a meeting.
good meeting. Okay.
Yeah, I should have sent my thing, but
Mhm.
it changes all the time. We're working around trying to get my Calendly up to date so that guys could just open the Calendly
Mhm.
and book it that way. But no, I haven't.
Okay.
Um,
Do you have anything tomorrow? Or is tomorrow booked up for you?
for a buyer,
Mhm.
don't.
You don't?
I don't.
Is today better? Not today?
I mean, I have things that are not on my schedule.
Mhm.
Oh, good. Thank God I have a call today. Shit. Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome.
I'm waiting for one thing.
Mhm.
I have to make a call. I've taken off my coaching call.
Okay.
But I mean, they're available on the drop of a dime.
So offers on $30
I can respond.
on top of that.
Coming in hot and high. Cool. Who's buying it
Grayson Fairway. We got 1031.
on that fucking Caldwell piece? Is that hers?
Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck? Was that just one house you got under contract?
Two.
Both of them?
Yeah.
For 6 and change?
No, 750 for the two family and 600 for the single.
Just a buyer, or these
Two
are
different buyers.
two different buyers? It's the way to go.
So there you go.
Wow. Good. 700 and change for that. I mean, I don't know what the condition was, but I know it's an old house.
Good shit.
Is it a piece of shit?
Mhm.
What the fuck are they gonna do there? Fix it and rent it?
Buy the only two family that sold in West Caldwell in the last year.
There's a moron who had a 2-family in town. It was one of those big ones in like up in Caldwell.
Mhm.
And he wasn't from this area. You know, he just threw it on and like I gotta go back to it. It expired, of course. And I'm like, all right, I'm looking for myself. And
Come on,
I'm
go
like,
ahead it. Go ahead it.
I gotta hit it.
You should buy the sport family in Franklin.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because I want to fucking walk out into a overpass every day. I gotta get my mother to move in with me, you know, so I gotta be somewhat. She's like, I was gonna look at the one that your boy's buying in Killen. And do the lower floor. The house we're on contract, 19 Lakeview. I
Oh,
would buy
yeah.
that, make the lower level, swing around. I don't know. So, we would make the lower level for her and her aide, and then I'd have the upper level, and then
I've fought the shit out of these
oh,
appraisers.
did you talk to the appraiser? Because I'm like, they get involved in that.
He's appraising as a two family, as a 2-bed.
4 beds, isn't it?
Yeah.
Legally?
I reported him to the state. I told him. He's like, well, it's I can't confirm that it's a 4-bed septic. I'm like,
Do your job. Go do your job.
like,
It's his job, isn't it?
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I said, this is a veteran. Thank God they have money for a veteran to get an offer accepted in this market. And you're coming in calling a 4-bedroom, 3-bath house a 2-bed, 2-bath? Go fuck yourself. Are you kidding me?
He's an old guy. He shouldn't be doing this anymore.
He's the second one I kicked out. The first guy, I didn't even tell you that. First guy called me. I was on the way to an appointment, so I sent it to John. I was like, John, could you just give him a call back and schedule a thing? And the guy's giving John a whole attitude of like, what, Kurt's too busy to call you back? Or too busy to call me back? Was he too important? And then I get and then so I'm like,
That sounds like the older guys. That sounds like he's an older gentleman, like in
Yeah.
his 60s.
yeah. And he goes, so he goes, you gonna send me comps? What are you gonna do? And he's like, just like super rude. He's like, I don't even know when I'm gonna get out there because it's rain. I'm not gonna go out there in the rain. I was like,
Makes sense.
okay.
Makes sense.
I was like, have you, what do you know about Kinlaw? He's like, oh, they're all the same. Like,
But he doesn't know what a
He's like-
rock lot
he's
is.
like, what's this rock lot?
He didn't know what a
I
rock
was
lot
like,
was.
so you don't know Kinlaw? He's like, tell me what the rock lot is. I was like, you're not getting on this property. So I called the
Lender.
lender. I said he's not coming in. Me and the listing agent.
And then the second guy was also a jerk.
Like, the second guy was nice,
But
but
it's
he's
just
stupid,
uneducated.
arrogant.
Uneducated. All right.
I was like, the whole fucking.
But you
first
educated
floor was
him?
great.
You educated him?
Yeah.
Oh, the second floor is a complete
Educated him.
walkout.
I said, what you put on paper is irrelevant because my clients have $100 grand to put down. They
If it-
praise it at 528
And what was the price?
or 533. But he's like really trying to get me to like agree with him on the bedroom count or something like that. I'm just like, you're an asshole, dude. You're an asshole. Fuck yourself. Now you're on my list. Now you're on my phone.
What do you do? If guys like that come into the picture, you see them, then you have the right to say no. Pull
So
them
I'm
off.
not gonna allow you in the property.
Right.
But
Pull them off.
I have no problem telling you.
Oh, no,
You want me to go back to the lender and say, hey, the lender's gonna be fired if you get a new. The lender's never gonna hire you again.
My boy buys one of my listings in Montclair. Real tight flip, pays 728 or 50,000 over asking, because it's my listing. I'm gonna eventually. He has to be part of the deal. So at some point in time, it'll be like, okay, so we bought 50,000 over asking. Listed right. He might have gotten more, but who knows, right? And we're not gonna do any, just lipstick on a pig is all in.
Yeah.
But the back had this patio. We decided to rip up the patio, add a little 4 foot wide by 6 foot long walkway to a fire pit.
Sure.
And then spend more money on that backyard than in the kitchen, because in Montclair, the New Yorkers will come with a fucking old kitchen, they don't give a shit. They
Right.
want to live in the backyard, small backyard. Got a pergola from Boards and Beams,
Yeah.
pergola, 6,000, huge.
Yeah.
I
I
think
love
they're
that place.
8, I love it, I can spend all day there.
Oh.
8 by 8, holding it up, like massive, each beam is so heavy that now you got a big,
Right. Now you got footings.
now I go footings, now I'm into the town.
Yeah.
And then we decided to finish the basement. We were gonna do the basement. We're like, you know what? The next door neighbor sold for 1.1, but they have 2.5 baths. We only had 1 bath. I go, we gotta throw that second bath in the basement, at the very least.
Yeah.
Nice bath in the basement. Can't do nowhere else to put it. So now we're getting permits, fuck. So Montclair, you have 21 days, they have 21 days to come back to you.
Yep.
And then if they reject you, you have 7 days. Yeah, they have 7 days to get back to you on the reach, whatever. So we all know that, but no one really wants to ruffle anyone's feathers, because then you're gonna be in bed with these people who are gonna let to say, oh, you fucking called the state on us, we're gonna, bang it. Oh, that nail's popped out a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll come back when you fix it.
Yeah.
2 weeks. So we didn't do anything, and Joe's getting a runaround. They kicked us back for one thing in the beginning. We on impervious coverage, like 3 feet would have caused us to get engineers and soil testing and curb protection. And like, what the fuck? So Joe's going every other week. My other partner's going. Like, I'm going today. And here's how you do it. So I'm here at
That's fine.
yeah, it's too bad. Oh, yeah. Oh. Now I'm being respectful by not holding the camera in front like
Yeah.
this. I usually hold it at my chest. I'm just looking for trouble. Euclid. You know, I know. Joe told me that. Yeah. Hold on. For what?
Realistic cost.
For what?
Building, so you let finish.
No, I just tell.
Buildings.
An attitude. They failed me again because we put 7,500 on for the quote. They go, it's too low. Give us real numbers. So I made him, I got the code. I said, show me the code where you have any right to ask me for the numbers. They do. I didn't save an attitude, but wait, this is only 3 minutes.
Labor and materials. If you're saying that's the cost, he's gonna need a breakdown to support that, or you're just gonna up the price and resubmit. So building tax sheet,
Can I see the cost?
they put 7,500 for adding the petition variables, finished basement, bridge road. Yes.
Adding partition. Finished basement. Non-bearing walls. You got. Finished basement. Like basement. Framing. And drawing. Sheet rock paint ready. $4,000. 7,000. That's a good price. They could, I'm like, no, it's really good.
Official statement that would be sufficient. If you wanna back that up with all of your breakdowns, you can submit that, however, he is.
It's like another 3 weeks.
Builder in town, he's kind of aware of the price and.
He's building in town.
It's gonna be time.
Is there a code you can show me that tells me that?
You wanna help, so I'm gonna go to the doctor. Yes,
Thank
thank you. I'm gonna be back right now.
I am recording back. Is there a code? Okay, they just shuts them right up when you say that. And then he came out, I'll spare you. We went into it for 5 minutes, but it wasn't contentious. He knew he was being recorded, so he had to be nice to me.
Yeah.
Put his hand out to shake my hand. And in this town, you can go to them with a basket of flowers and tell you to go fuck off. They're the scums of the earth. It's because we're flippers, right?
Yeah.
If you're a homeowner, they get you in and out within 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Flippers, put you under the pile. They do not give a shit. Unless you're one of the good old boys who builds the big, 200 unit apartment buildings that they do. I hope they fucking, you know what it is for me? It's like, I love the house. But I also love the constitutionalists who do these videos and go into buildings and then the cops come and then,
You get too bent out of shape with your power and.
So you just, I'm trying to don't get excited. John, can you just be calm about it? And I'm like, no, that's cool. And we went through it. He's like, he goes, if you want to change it right now, I'll approve it right now. And you get your permits right now. I said, oh, okay, well, I'm going to do that. But what do you think it should be? You're the contractor. I can't tell you that. Yeah, but you tell him. But what he's going to do is he's going to look up all the bullshit prices and then take a week and a half to say, okay, it should be $13, $18, whatever. So I said, I put it up to 14,000.
You just want your money. You just want your money. We get it.
So they're going to jam us up for another 2 weeks. No, dude, we closed on this thing 3 months ago.
I know.
They cost us $12,000 in interest charges. No.
We had a guy at Franklin Lakes when we just closed.
They're a bitch over there.
Oh my god! Holy fuck!
You know what town's really awesome?
Who's that?
Caldwell.
Really?
They're the nicest people in the world. Oh, she's so nice. I'm like, when I was doing my 8-unit rooming house, that's the thorn in their side.
Yeah.
In that nice town, like, it's disgusting, right? And they were just so nice to me. Everyone, the fire department, the CO. And then he's like, you want me to just call? I'll do it. Like I was trying to manage with the manager, and he's like, you know what? I'll just call him directly. You don't have to, you're busy.
Yeah.
And I don't know them, but we probably grew up together or whatever. And it's just like, they're just so nice. I'm like, oh, do some problem. If you drove through Quo, they accepted my LOI to buy the corner lot. That's now like a 32 mixed use. Like the guy who bought my building bought it after I didn't. Well, we didn't buy it for 500. He bought it for 5. Actually, he was into it. He was offered 509. They didn't take it. And then when they came back to him, he got it for like 490. He was like, no, 490 is my top price. Got it for 490. Went through the approval process. Is probably cost him maybe 200 grand. I don't know.
Yeah.
A year. Sold it for 1.8. Didn't even do the work.
Yeah.
Just sold it for
the
1.8.
project.
Sold the project. He sells a lot of projects in that area. He says a massive one on Lincoln.
Did that in Butler. They got this whole redevelopment thing, project out.
Did you see the thing on Lane? Did you ever go over there?
No.
No. It's on Lane, it's all residential, and the guy, he's Kenny Mecca is one of the guys.
Yeah,
I
he's
was
the
looking
way.
at.
Yeah.
Dude, he builds these monsters that you're saying. There's no way you can get that approved. All residential. Then you have 300 feet deep building in the middle of a residential neighborhood. It's only 3 stories, or maybe the ground plus 2 or something like that. 300 feet deep, the whole lot's a massive, beautiful building. And you're like, how the it's great.
Those are people.
It's awesome, man. Yeah, he has
They getting them on the schedule for anything was insane. But then it came down to the wire. There's all problems the whole way. Finally came down to the wire, and the inspector no showed for the CO. The sellers, or the seller, were the sellers, the buyers, and me were there the whole window waiting for it. I'm just staring out the window, and they
like a crackhead waiting for your
the lady
dealer.
and the guy didn't show up. So it got to the end of the day. We couldn't they left the office early. They left the building department an hour early. Like they weren't even working on times they should have. We took a video of that, and then so I went the next day, and I like absolutely ran the riot act. But she's like, I have a hard time believing that the inspector wouldn't show up. I was like, you think I wanted to spend the whole day? I'm like, I'm sitting outside. I think I said something to that effect. I'm like, I'm sitting outside the window like a crackhead, waiting for this guy to show up. Like,
So I'm not, I won't do it in Montclair anymore, although I'm looking at a mixed use building to my son wants to sell, and he put 2 levels up and put like $900,000, maybe 4 $900,000 townhomes and those condos.
yeah.
So I'm thinking about doing it, but it's like Montclair. I'm done. Like, you know, they don't do it within, the time frame. I know contractors who will call the state. They'll get their inspections in 48 hours. The only problem is now you're dealing with these people and they want to slam you, you know, for everything. All right. Come in hot. Coming in hot. Oops. Calendar. Julie Youngblood.